going there, guys? Hope everyone is well. It's North Coast Constrictors here. My name is Carl. If you've been following my channel, you'll know I'm a small-time ball python breeder slash hobbyist. And the other day I did a video on some of my males, some of my really good males that we're going to pair up this season. And I've been waiting to do a video on some of the females. Unfortunately, a lot of the females that I'm breeding this season, they are in these racks here and they all got fed last night. So the only ones that I'm going to be able to show you, just a handful, maybe 3 or 4 of them, really big ones that haven't eaten, they're going to eat in about 3 days time. The thing about these particular snakes that I'm going to show you now, some of them are really, really big and they have produced really incredible snakes like the exantic pied, but these are not visual exantic pieds, they're double hets. Okay, 100% het exantic VPR, 100% het exantic pied. That's just one of the snakes that I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you the mother and the father of that visual exantic pied that I put on the video the other day, to show you what you can produce if you've got double heads. So these are not special looking snakes, and if you didn't know they were 100% double head, you would just pretty much think they were a normal ball python. And then one of my favorites, which is an albino. I know it's just a basic gene, but I've always had a very special place for albino. But let me just go ahead and pull out one of these beautiful big females, double het exantic pied. She's a female that's going to breed this year for us. Probably going to breed her to that either back to the father of the visual exantic pied male that we've got, which he's also a normal double het exantic pied, or maybe breed the son back to the mother or the aunt, because I've got 2 females and they're sisters and they're both double het. So let's just go ahead and pull one out here. I've got to do the tap hook scenario because she can be a bit cantankerous. She's a nice big girl. She's actually looking a little skinny at the moment because she hasn't had a meal in about 2 weeks. But this is just a normal looking ball python, but she's 100% het exantic, 100% het piebald. Okay, and she's actually in a much better mood today. Watch her turn on me and now tag me. But she is, when she's ready to breed, she's over 4,000 grams. She's a big girl. Anyway, and I've got her sister as well. So this is the mother to that beautiful visual that I showed you the other day, and we're expecting wonderful things from her this season. A nice big clutch of eggs hopefully from her, and to breed some beautiful visual exantic pieds. And just to show you the father, not of her, but the male that was paired to her, either her or her sister, and make sure that their head is he's a little camera shy. This is a bit smaller, as you can see. Males don't have to be as big as females, but just a normal looking, but 100% het exantic VPR, 100% het pied. And now those 2 made this snake here. Now, unfortunately, this boy is deep in blue, okay? And I'm just quickly going to pull him out the tub because I really don't like to handle the snakes when they're in shed. They're nervous, they can't see properly, their eyes are all milked over, and he's really, really faded, but you can see he's very deep in blue. But once he sheds out, I'll do another video. But what those 2 snakes that I showed you now, this is what they will produce. This is a visual exantic pied, but shown. He's very deep in the blue. So I mean, after he sheds, those colors will just pop. Those whites will be whiter and the blacks will be blacker. And so that's what you can make with your double heads. Another snake which I'd like to show you guys is a beautiful snake which I recently acquired. Whoa! She's excited. I think she's got a great feeding response. I don't know if she's just missed me or she wants to eat me today. Come on now. Alright. This is a this is a pastel 100% heterozygous VPR. So she's a visual pastel and she's 100% heterozygous for the exantic VPR gene. She had 9 healthy eggs last season and she is weighing in at close to 3,000 grams now already, not even 4 months later. So we're going to be feeding her nice big rats for the next 4 months before we start introducing males to her again, and let's hope we can get 10 plus eggs out of her. We've got a really cool male. We've got a choice of 2 males to put with her. We haven't decided. When I say we, I mean me. Haven't decided what I'm going to put with her. My girlfriend kind of is my partner with this breeding project, but yeah, I do the pairings because she's a pastel exantic, 100% het exantic. I can either pair her to a visual exantic male and get pastel exantics, or I can pair her up to that exantic pod, which means I will get exantic 100% het pods. So I've got to weigh up the pros and the cons and see what I'm going to do. Another beautiful female, which is one of my favorites, just because I love her to bits and because she's so chilled and she's so relaxed. And I've just got a thing about albino, lavender albino, anything like that. I just love them. She's not a lavender albino, she's just a plain albino. Obviously a lavender albino is more valuable and it looks better, but you can't tell me this snake isn't beautiful as it is. There's just something about a snake like this with those red orange eyes. I think she's probably going to go into no. But this girl has got one of the most incredible natures. She is so gentle. She's great with kids. She's never been in a mood. She doesn't seem to get cranky. She doesn't seem to get ratty. And she's big. She hasn't had a meal for about 2 weeks, so she's due for a feed. I try to feed my snakes on a schedule, but I monitor their feeding. So let me put it this way. If I offer them and they refuse, I'll wait 7 days. If they refuse a second time, I'll wait about 10 days before I offer again, okay? If I offer and they smash, and then I'm feeding, because I don't feed all my snakes in one day. I feed the juveniles the one day, I feed the sub-adults the one day, or I'll feed the males on a certain day and the females on another day. I have to split the feeding up onto certain days. So but let's say I'm moving around the racks and I'm busy feeding snakes, and I can see other snakes that fed maybe 3 or 4 days earlier, and they are sitting there and they right at the front of the tubs and they're active and I can see that they want to eat. I feed them because I read the snake, and as far as I'm concerned, if they want to eat, I'll let them eat. The bigger they want to get, especially the females, feed them. When they're hungry, they will eat. When they don't want to eat, they won't eat. And ball pythons are notoriously picky eaters, so when they eat, feed the damn things, as far as I'm concerned, because one day they're going to go off food. They might go off food for a week, they might go off food for a year, so you don't want to overfeed the males or anything like that. I do believe that kind of maybe is a little bit of a housewife's tale about keeping your males lean and mean. Fat guys get horny too, so I believe that a good, strong, healthy male is, good. I don't believe in lean and mean, because males go off food and they lose a lot of weight. It takes a lot out of them during the breeding season, just as much as what it takes out of a female when she's ovulating and growing those eggs inside of her. Okay, so I monitor the snakes, and I will feed as they want to eat. If I can see they're in front of the tub and they're looking for food, and even if they ate 3 days previously, I'll offer them another rat. And if they smash it, that's great. And 3 days later, if I'm in the snake room and I'm feeding other snakes and I can see them active and they're smelling, I will feed again. If the snake eats twice that week or 3 times that week, so be it. I'll feed it, especially with the breeding females. Okay, so those are just a couple of the snake sets that we've got for on the female side. I have got a pastel 100% het clown in here. I've got 100% het clown females. I've got this entire rack here is breeding females. This entire rack here is breeding females, and this entire rack here, which is just out of the camera side here, is full of breeding males. And then I've got another rack over there which is full of females, also breeding. So this coming up season, we've probably got between 35 and 40 adult females to pair up, which is a small operation compared to some of the other guys. But from my last season, it's a huge leap for me, because last year it was my first breeding season and I only had 9 adult females to breed with. And out of those, only 7 were proven breeders. And out of those 9 females, only 2 ovulated and gave me eggs. So you can see that's how breeding goes. More females you have, the better your odds are. I'm doing it's a type of collaboration with another breeder. I know collab is when some guy takes a male of his and another female from another breeder and they breed those snakes together. I am doing something like that, but the main collaboration that I'm doing with another breeder is simply because he has got a couple of other businesses that he owns and runs, and he hasn't got time to concentrate on his breeding projects as much as he would like to. He's still got the fire and the passion, and he's one of the top breeders. He's produced world's firsts. In fact, that exantic pied male there and those double heads, those snakes belong to him. I'm breeding them for him this year. Okay, I'm doing the feeding, the pairings, the breedings, and that's the collaboration. And we've done a deal between us. How we've structured that is between him and I, and I'm putting in the work and the effort, and then looking after the snakes and breeding them, because I actually have more time to do it. Doesn't mean I'm not busy with my other job. It means this guy's got too much on his plate, and he's also his wife's had a newborn baby, and that just you get no sleep when that happens. So I've taken a whole bunch of his snakes and I'm breeding them for him. And also, in part of that deal, I took 5 adult proven breeder females, which I acquired from him for my own personal collection, which upped the amount of breeding females that I've got. And then I also bought a bunch more of adult breeder females. Then I've also got females that I purchased last year that were sub-adults that are going to be breeding ready this year, but it's going to be their first season breeding. Some of those females are in here. They are phenomenal females. There's 2 in these 2 racks here, 2 sisters. They are both bamboo pastel 100% het desert ghosts. 2 years old, going to be breeding for me in the next 5 months. They're sitting at about 1100 grams at the moment. In one of these tubs here, I've got a visual male desert ghost. He is going to be pairing with a few of the females, but these 2 desert ghost females here, 100% het desert ghost, bamboo pastel 100% het desert ghost, are actually going to a snake which I've acquired from one of the top, if not the how do I word this? Probably the most respected desert ghost breeder when it comes to the desert ghost gene in South Africa, in my opinion. I'm not going to name names, but anyone watching my YouTube video, if you're from South Africa and you know the one guy that specializes in the desert ghost morph, you'll know who I'm talking about. Anyway, I've bought a powerhouse 5 gene visual desert ghost male from him. Or it's a 4 gene visual desert ghost male, 100% head hypo. And that will be arriving in the next couple of months. I have to pay that snake off after investing in all of these in the last year, because that snake that I've purchased from him actually bought a male and a female. The male will breed this year, the female will breed probably in 2024. Cost me a small fortune, but that particular boy is going to turn around my entire breeding operation. It's going to put North Coast Constrictors on the map as far as the desert ghost morph goes. But here's specifically planned for these 2 pastel bamboo 100% het desert ghost females. And I can tell you now, when I get the boy, and I will do a YouTube video and I'll tell you what the genetics are in him. And when you think about the pairings and the possible offspring that we're going to get from that guy, I will probably have my Instagram and my private messaging and my WhatsApp messaging with bookings going off the roof. I will probably sell those snakes before the eggs even hatch, which is going to be a great situation for us because we didn't have a great season last year. I learned a lot, but financially it cost me money, but that's okay. I see it as an investment. All of these snakes here, I would have loved to show you today, but all of them ate yesterday, so I'm leaving them alone for 48 hours. I want to end off, just quickly, let me see how much time we've got, Jack. I don't want to make this video too long. I've been waiting to do a video on one of my retics, which I'm going to pull out now. He shed yesterday, he ate last night, so it's been roughly 24 hours. I'm going to pull him out. His name is Kratos. He's a motley het albino reticulated python. He's still a juvenile. He's about, I would say, 8 months old. Let me try and get him out. He's got a really great feeding response. So he's ready. He thinks it's dinner time. Come on, boy. How are you? Hey? Just need to. Yeah. All right. Okay. Now, this is my boy Kratos here, and I'm wondering if I can just get the camera to pick up the iridescence on his skin. Maybe not so great today. Oh, don't go falling all over the place. Anyway, this is my little boy Kratos. As I say, he's a motley reticulated python, and he shed last night, but the cameras never do them justice. He's a wonderful snake, and I've got a female that's in shed right now, which I'll do a video in a couple of days, and she's a Sunfire Lavender albino, 100% het genetic stripe. So he's a motley het albino, possible het albino. So we'll see. I'll breed them together and we'll see what happens. Anyway, guys, yeah, I just wanted to end off by saying I see I got quite a good response from the last video I did. You know, my YouTube channel is still very, very, very new, and I haven't got a lot of followers, and it's great. I actually had my first comments. I mean, I've had people watch. I think I've got about 28 followers only, and no one's ever commented on my videos, and I had 2 guys comment and say, hey, great video, keep up the good content and keep it coming. And I just want to make a shout out to those guys. You know who you are. Thank you very much for the shout out. I appreciate it, because you guys are the first to comment and appreciate a video. And for a new breeder and a new snake hobbyist, for someone to watch one of your videos and appreciate what you've done, it means a lot, you know. You get these huge big breeders that they got like hundreds of thousands of followers, and you know, everyone's commenting on their stuff and so on and so forth. And it's very special for someone like me who's so brand new in the hobby, and then I get someone saying, hey, good content, bro. It means a lot. So shout out to you two guys. Thanks a mil, and I'm glad you subscribed to my channel. And I hope I can bring you guys some more really awesome videos. I am going to do a couple of videos in the future on husbandry and how to keep snakes, various types of snakes. I do keep Dumeral's bows, I've got corn snakes, I've got Ridley's cave dwelling rat snakes, the beauty snakes, the retics, but obviously the bulk of my snakes, 95% of them are all ball pythons. The retics are more of a passion. I'm only going to be breeding these guys in about 2 years time, and we'll see where it goes. You know, there's a possibility of another 2 female retics coming along, and so on and so forth. But I'm just building up my videos now to show you what we've got planned for the coming breeding season. The reason why I'm doing that is because my motto, or my business plan, my business model, the way I'm doing things as a breeder here at North Coast Constrictors, is complete and utter transparency, which means that I'm not going to be keeping my breeding pairs and combinations and projects a secret. The reason why I'm not going to be doing that is because I want my clients to see what I'm breeding. I want people to buy snakes from me, and I want them to have already seen what I've got in my collection. I want them to see the sire and the dame, and I want them to know, wow, okay, Cole's going to breed that this season, and there's a chance that he's going to get that offspring, that morph, and then, you know, people will be contacting me. I don't want to just advertise on Morph Market and Instagram and say, oh, this is what I've got. I want people to be prepared for what's coming, you know, and that's why I'm going to say, hey guys, I'm pairing these up. This male is going with this female, and that female, and that female, and that female, and then they can do the mental gymnastics in their head as breeders, and they'll know. And you guys hit me up in the messages, DM me, and say to me, right, listen, if you hit a male or a female and you get that genetic, please can I book it? 100%, brother. That's exactly how I'll do it, you know, because you would have seen firsthand. You'll see the snakes pairing, you'll see the eggs coming out, you'll see the eggs getting incubated, and then you'll see the eggs hatch, and then that baby will be coming to your house. So you'll have a track record, and that is how I want to run my business and run North Coast Constrictors. So guys, it's Thursday, it's almost the end of the week. I'm looking very forward to the weekend, and I hope everyone has had a great week. Sorry, I get sometimes a little bit tongue-tied when I'm doing a video, but I'm going to go ahead and save you the trauma of listening to me waffle on any longer. So to all of you guys out there that enjoy this video, hey, if you haven't subscribed, please don't feel obligated to subscribe. You know, there's always the obligatory like and subscribe. I really would like more followers, but if you enjoy my content, you know, just watch it if I pop up. And one day, if you feel like subscribing, then hit the subscribe button, you know. I'm going to try and do much more informative videos. As I say, I'm still a novice breeder. I'm still new to the hobby. It's only been a year for me, but you know, I've got a passion for it, just like all of you do. And I'm going to really have some fantastic snakes to show you on the next few videos that are coming up in the next couple of weeks, because I've got a rack over there that's between my incubator and this big rack, where I've got snakes there that are on another level breeding project that I'm going to be doing next year. And the next video that I do, I'm going to be showing you guys those snakes. They are incredible projects. Okay, we're talking like projects that the overseas guys are doing. And I bought these snakes as juveniles, and by next year they'll be ready to breed. That's where the bulk of my money went last year. But anyway guys, I'll save that video for the next one. We're sitting on 25 minutes now, so it's time for me to say goodbye, and we will catch up with you on the next video. So from Kratos here, and from me at North Coast Constrictors, take it easy, stay safe.